I've always been drawn to law. I've always been drawn to social justice, which is, I think, it is extremely important to me. And law seemed like maybe not the most obvious, but the most powerful choice I can choose in that area. So I've known since I was 11 that I was going to do law. And then my path to philosophy was not as linear, but I took a couple of philosophy classes and I ended up changing my major to it, and I've loved it ever since. And it is now so clearly the path I should have taken that I cannot see myself doing anything else. I was originally a political science major, but I don't really like the science part of political science. I prefer political philosophy. I'm Seja Zaghmouri, and my major is philosophy. I attended Buchanan High School. I have lived in Clovis for most of my life. I plan on taking a gap year just to study for the LSAT, but also maybe travel a little bit. And then after that, I plan on going to law school, hopefully Stanford. Well, I am Palestinian. I have lived in Palestine. My memories from it aren't very happy. It's obviously, of course, not anything with my family. It has to do with just kind of the state that it's in. I lived in Ramallah, which is the known capital city right now. It's not the preferred capital city, but it is. So there were a lot of IDF soldiers just walking around in full gear, and there wasn't really much, we didn't have much freedom. We didn't have much movement, even in our own capital city. And that in itself has motivated me to that's why I would love to work in the UN or something in that area to advocate for Palestinian rights. But that is also extended into just general rights of everyone, especially of minorities of the global South. That is extremely important to me. To better the world is my main goal. I'm helping form the new philosophy club that is focused on pre-law. And then I am also the philosophy club president of just the regular philosophy club. I am a secretary in the Students for Palestinian Liberation. And through that, I've done a lot of social justice work, both within and outside of campus. Our club was the one responsible for the sit-in that happened at the end of last year. So it was actually extremely wonderful. We were very nervous. There was going to be counter-protesting, but we did a fairly good job of making sure people did not engage with anyone who may have seemed to want to enrage people. We did a very good job. We were the only ones talking. We were the ones that knew what the message was exactly, and that if a news reporter wanted to talk to somebody, it was one of us. But it was extremely peaceful, and we were very happy with the outcome of it. Through that, I've talked on a panel at the Social Justice Center at Fresno City College. We've also done a lot of diversity work through just focusing on civil rights in general. We did a diversity walk in support of undocumented immigrants given the recent deportations. And then also I do have a legal internship right now at a criminal law office, and I work as a salesperson at a gym. I do love the time I spend at the Phil Zone. It's this conference room that they let philosophy students sit around in while they're not having any sort of meetings. You get to just meet everyone, and you get to talk to your advisor, you get to talk to other professors that may be walking around. It's a very friendly environment, and it's how I built so many of my connections. Being in the honors program here, it's allowed me to do what I thought college was, where you work on this big project and you really get to flush out your ideas and have someone mentor you. So that's been an amazing time here. And then generally my biggest accomplishment probably has been just my social justice work, especially when I was invited to speak on the behalf of our club at the Social Justice Center. That was an amazing opportunity. I would like to thank, of course, my family, and then I also would like to thank my advisor, but just the entire philosophy faculty in general. They have been extremely helpful here. And then I also would like to thank all of my friends, especially the friends I've made through philosophy. They have made my time here at Fresno State extremely enjoyable.